Well, hi, my name is Bob, and I want to take a few minutes and explain to you ringless voice drops. You probably responded to one of our drops, or you could have responded to an email, whatever the case may be, however we got here. I want to take some time and explain ringless voice drops to you and the power behind it. This is a very, very powerful piece of technology that could be used in a multitude of different industries, especially the real estate industry. So if you're a realtor, a real estate agent, a broker, just kind of watch me for a little bit. Let me kind of share with you the power of this, because I believe in my heart, and I'm passionate about it, that you could break through what is called a ceiling of complexity, right? Meaning that people hover. If you look at incomes, maybe last year you made, I don't know, 230,000. The year before, maybe you made 220. This year you're on track to make 242, and you hover around that 200 area. How do you get to the 500? How do you get to the 750? How do you get to a million? Well, you do that by doing different things in addition to what you're doing right now. This is a tool, a piece of technology that you could utilize to take you and break you through that ceiling of complexity, that income complexity that you might be at in your business right now. So let me begin. So here's what ringless voice drops are not. They are not a robocall. The phone never rings at all. In fact, the early adopters of the robocall probably, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 years ago made a bloody fortune in the industries that they were in, because they were the first ones. Today, they've gotten to the point 12, 10 years later, they're annoying, they're intrusive, people don't like them. So with the ringless voice drop system, what you do is you send out a campaign of voice drops via your software. I'll go through that in a minute. Via your software, it goes to the carrier, then dumps it into the homeowner's cell phone. When we look at our cell phone, we get a voicemail message. What is our normal reaction? Either we listen or we call back the number. Either way, they're going to listen to a 30, 60, or minute and a half compelling message crafted by you. We'll help you with that. So the system will deliver 5, 10, 15, 20, 30,000 drops quickly, a day, 2 days, 3 days, however you want to set it up. The most important thing, one of the most important things, is that message. So you get to send your message out to a massive amount of people where, I think we could agree we live in a world where there are 3 million realtors. Not many people have a favorite realtor today. So you've got to fight. How do you get your name out there? How do you keep your name at top of mind in the homeowners in your area? This is just a tremendous tool to do that. So I want you to, here's a great analogy. Look at the Super Bowl. A lot of people like watching the Super Bowl because they love the commercials, right? They love looking at the commercials. So Budweiser probably right now is formulating a 30-second compelling, great commercial that they'll pay $5.3 million for to put on the Super Bowl, because they know there are millions and millions of people around the world with their eyeballs on the Super Bowl. They know not everyone's going to drink Budweiser, but they know they're going to build their brand. They're going to keep their top of mind out there. You have the same thing. This is your time to send out a message like the Super Bowl to a massive amount of people for pennies, pennies. So, it delivers it, but the compelling part is crafting that message. I'll tell you a quick story. I helped a realtor the other day craft a message, and she sent out, I think it was 10,000, and she got 4 little calls. And one is a listing. One is a home she's going to sell in New Jersey. One might become a new agent, and the one she had a conversation with. Not too bad. I'm going to tell you what else happened in a little bit, which is an even bigger deal, and how she captured 253 other numbers that now she can call, which is really, really cool. So again, the process is very, very simple. It's not complicated. The software sends it out. Now, some questions that I get asked all the time: do not call list. So what the software does is, when you load up the numbers, and I'm going to go through a process in a second, when you load up the cell phone numbers that you have, and if you don't have them, we have access to them for you, the system automatically scrubs out those individuals on the do not call list, and it scrubs out any landlines. The biggest thing you'll have to deal with is when someone calls up and leaves you a message, take me off your damn list, right? Can you deal with that? And I tell realtors, it's no different than if you go into a town and you start knocking on doors, you're going to get the door slammed in your face. Can you handle that? This is the same thing. It's just another it's just another way of getting your name out there that you're going to get rejected. If you can't handle rejection, you shouldn't be in sales, right? We know that. So she sent that out. It was just a great response. Here's the other cool thing that I love about it. My background is finance and insurance. I sold my business 4 years ago, but I was very, very good and in tune to nurturing my existing client base, right? So last week, it was just before July 4th weekend, I said to a lot of our realtors, because I stay in touch with them and nurture them with different information, I said, send out a message just wishing all of your past clients or your previous clients happy 4th of July, right? They did that. Sunday comes around, I get a bunch of emails. Bob, my clients loved it. They love just hearing from me. So again, you want to keep your name, your brand on the top of mind of all of the homeowners in the geographic area that you live in. And this is a technology that gives you the ability to do that. Nurturing is a big deal. If you're a broker, by the way, and you're building out a team, great way to recruit other agents as well. We've got resources to help you do that. And we'll show you. We could talk about that later. So some of the other questions is, the numbers. So when you, and I'm going to show you the software in a second. When the person notices a voicemail, you don't want them to see your number. So the software gives you a local number, right? Gives you a local number that they will notice. It's whether it's a 203, 208, 301, 310, 516, whatever it is. It's not your cell phone number. You don't want that. In your message, you could direct them to the cell phone number. You could direct them to a landing page. You could direct them to a website. I don't agree with websites too much because it's nothing more than a glossy brochure. I love squeeze pages, funnels, landing pages. That works well. That works really, really well. So it's not your number at all. Okay, so let's kind of go through the process a little bit, right? The process is pretty simple. The way this works is step one is you obtain the software. And the software has a one-time price of $497. There's no monthlies like Zillow. There's no annuals. There's no updates. You own it for the rest of your life. You send out the campaigns when you want, what days you want it to start, what days you want it to end, what time you want it to start, what time you want it to end, how many you want to send it out on. You own it. That's it. Step one. Very simple. Step two is you need the data. Well, where are you going to get the cell phone numbers from? If you have the cell phones numbers, we'll show you how to upload them. If you do not have the cell phone numbers, we have that available to you. It's not our business, but we have to make it available, especially for realtors. But we have the cell phone numbers available to you. They're a penny each. And that comes with name, first name, last name, address, all that stuff. And that's, again, that's 1 penny. So step one, software. Step two, data. Data is key. Step three, it's probably more important than step two because you need a good, compelling message. You might have someone 2 towns from you sends out 20,000, they get 5 responses. You send out 5,000, you get 15 responses because your offer was very, very compelling. You want to draft a good, compelling message that's exciting where the homeowner turns around and says, wow, I need to talk to this person. Sounds honest, sounds sincere, whatever the case may be. And now, every time you make a drop, a voice drop, when it's delivered, only delivered, it's 2 cents. So if next week you sent out 2,500, it's 50 bucks. Not expensive. The ROI is very high. It's extremely, extremely high. So, those are the easy steps to go through to get started. Let me do this. I want to share my screen for a minute. I want to just kind of show you what the software looks like, right? So here's the software. Let me just organize a few things here. Here's the software. So here, if you notice, look at I'll tell you what that is in a second, but this is what the software looks like, right? I set up, this week, let me log back in. I set up this week 8 campaigns, right? And They were Maryland, New York, Massachusetts, Idaho, New Jersey, Illinois, Arizona. Some ended already. I sent out so many drops that I used all my drops up. In this little corner here shows how many credits or how many drops I have. I started the week with 28,000 and I used them all. So I'm just going to reload them after, right? So the software is so easy to use. The first thing you want to do is you go to OptiTrack, okay? And that's just going to load up here for a minute. And these are all the different numbers that I use here. These are all my different numbers. However, though, let me click on this number here. And let me click on this. I want to show you. This is really cool. Let it just load up for a minute, right? This is very, very powerful here in what the software does, okay? Let me just get a clean, updated screen here. So, for example, the woman that sent out 10,000 that got 4 calls, people called her back, left a message, right? She also, what OptiTrack does is not only give you a local number, but for those individuals that either don't do anything or leave you a message, there are individuals that are going to call your number on their phone and listen. They're actually going to listen to your message, and they're going to listen to it over and over and over again. And what the software does is, if you look here, here's the number. There's my number here that OptiTrack gave me. But look at all of these people here, these realtors, who listened for 166 seconds. They were compelled. They never left a message, though. Who listened to 32 seconds, 293 seconds. 114 seconds. I can keep going on. This was all this week. Look here. Look at the start times, right? The dates. The 11th, right? The 10th. I mean, it's really, look at all these. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's really all of these people listening. I've got over 13,000 people over the months that have listened in. Now, what can I do with those numbers? I can click a CVS, create a CSV file, upload them into an Excel or whatever, and then if I wanted to text them, this platform doesn't do that, but I have other platforms that I utilize in my business to do that. I could do that. Or if you have someone in your office can call this 617 number. Let's say it was a homeowner, and say, hi, this is Mary from John Doe's real estate office. We sent you a voicemail message the other day pertaining to your home. We noticed that you listened to it. I'm just calling if we can help you with your real estate needs. Look at this person here, listened to 293 seconds, but they didn't leave a message. Or maybe they did, I don't know. They were compelled, though, because I drafted a very good message. And then once you have the number, then you need to do what? You need to create a message, right? You go here, you put in your landline or your cell phone number, give a little description, it calls you, and you record your message, and then it's uploaded. I've got all of these different messages that I use, right? If someone calls back and they say, take me off, I've sent out hundreds of thousands of messages, and I've only removed 93 people, put their phone number here, remove from list, and it removes them. Done, simple, okay? Then you go to, and then here's your lists. These are all the different lists I have. I've got so many of them here, right? All different lists around the country, all different lists, right? Then you upload your list, and then it's very simple. Go create a campaign. Create new campaign right here. Simple to do. I label the campaign. I use the audio file that I choose, right? I pick the list that I want. Very simple there. I put in my OptiTrack phone number that's going to show up on their phone. What day do I want to start, right? What day do I want it to end? What time? What time do I want it to start? What days of the week? How many do I want to send out? Save a new campaign, and it starts. That's simple. It's very, very easy to do. The software is not complicated, but it's very, very powerful. It's an extremely powerful piece of software. And again, if I did not mention, it scrubs the people that are on the DNC, gets rid of any landlines, anything like that. So again, step one, you obtain the software, right? One time $497, no annuals, no monthlies like Zillow, nothing like that. It's yours. Step 2, upload your data. If you don't have data, we have it available to you at 1 penny a record. When I say record, 1 cent per cell phone number. And step 3, craft your message. Once you own the number and the software, that's fixed. It's done. You don't have to do it over and over again. It's yours to use when you choose. Step 3 is to craft your message. How compelling can you craft the message? And if you'd like our help, my help, but I have resources that could help you craft a message for $5 and $10. We could talk about that, and you can reach out to me. And then step 3, craft your message. And then when you send out a drop, it's 2 cents. 2 cents per drop. Let me just stop sharing for a second. There we go. So it's 2 cents per drop. Again, you send out 2,500 next week, it's $50. And my suggestion is, if let's say you have 1 or 2 or 3 zip codes, send out 1 zip code 1 week, 1 zip code another week, 1 zip code another week, 1 zip code another week. Maybe the 5th week, come back to this zip code and change the message. Boom, boom, boom. Change. Top of mind, top of mind. You need to capture people when they're ready. Maybe it's not the right time right now, so you want to capture when they're ready. So again, if you'd like to implement the system, you've got a couple of options. I'm missing a number here. I want to give you a particular number. Hold on 1 second. Don't leave me. Stay there. Forgot a number. So if you want to implement the system, you can go to and let me just share this with you. This is the website here. Here's our website. Here's the home page. Someone just bought one there. I've noticed. Here's the home page. You can go there to www.ringlessvoicesolutions.com, and then it'll redirect to ringless21.usa. But ringlessvoicesolutions.com. ringlessvoicesolutions.com, right? Or you could, I had a number written down, or you could, let me stop sharing again for a second. Or you could easily call and leave a message for us at area code 203-309-4219. Again, 203-309-4219. Leave a message, or go to www.ringlessvoicesolutions.com. And it just says buy now. It's all right there. Very simple. We'll get your information. We'll reach out to you. You'll get an email with everything, your username, your password, everything set up. And then my recommendation is right after that, the next day or two, reach out to us. If you need data, we'll help you get the data, we'll help you get started, and we'll help you get a campaign out probably in the next couple of days. It's that simple to do. It's not complicated. So I wish you the best. I just wanted to put this together. It's a simple process, but it's an easy process to get you to break through that ceiling of complexity that most salespeople get into. You know, why do some salespeople make $1 million, $2 million a year, 500 grand a year? They're doing different things, as opposed to someone that's just getting by at 50,000 or 100,000 or whatever it is. So I wish you the best success. Love to help you. Please reach out to me. My name is Bob, and I'm here to help you.